Anytime you have a minority and a majority population, there is problems because there's culture clash. The minority, since they're different, or they wouldn't be a minority, they'd just be the same, has a different culture. They have different ways of behaving, different beliefs, different values, and that comes up against the cohesion of the whole. In Germany, where they went after the Jews, it's because the Jews had a different culture, a different way of being, that they were insular, they kept to themselves, they kept the whole from being one strong unit, and that affects life in just thousands and thousands of ways. And the Jews were just trying to be themselves, and the Germans were just trying to be themselves, and pointing fingers at either side is not helpful. And you'll say, oh well, the Germans just murdered them all and tried to kill them all, and so has every other culture on the planet. And it's always been a problem when there's a minority in a majority culture. There's always been because it doesn't work, and then people just get to the point where they don't know what to do anymore, and every culture has come to the conclusion that we'll just try genocide. It's just that the Germans did it with that German engineering that made it just more monstrous than it is normally, and it is monstrous, and human beings are monsters, and we don't hate the Germans. We're not like, oh my God, you're all monstrous people. We trade with them. We love their cars. We go there on vacation and talk about how beautiful it is. We see them intuitively as just regular people, even though we hold up this Holocaust that happened in the past like, oh, those were devils, but we don't really think that. We just understand intuitively that that's part of human conflict, that's part of what human beings do while we're learning to try to all get along, which is bloody and hard. And we need to accept that fact and realize that fact and realize that we are all from cultures of genocide, and that we all are from cultures that have been victimized by other people, that we're all really are equal. And then we can start looking at things honestly and openly and going, okay, when you have a minority culture in a majority culture, what does it do? What are the problems? How do we address that? And start looking at the realities and start breaking it down, and quit pointing fingers and going, oh, you majority culture, you're just not accepting the minorities. It's like, no, they don't know. No one has figured out how to do that yet. So get in your colleges or whatever we're going to have for universities now, and there is the hope for the future. Figure out how that can work, and not just by holding hands and saying we all care. No. How can we do the hard, brutal work that is necessary to get anything done in this existence?